Hello, ladies. Oh my gosh, I sincerely apologize. I did not record this the other day. I completely mom brained and forgot, which never happens. So I'm so sorry. My deepest apologies. So I'm doing this now. So the giveaway winner is Miss Karen. I'm so excited for you. You had so many posts and did an amazing job. We are already chatting in the DMs. I'm so excited for you. And everyone did amazing. It was really great to encourage each other and just post, right? Learn new things and pay attention to different things and just kind of be out there like, okay, what's up? This is my current health and fitness journey. I'm trying to go to the next level. What are the steps I need to do to get there? Okay, cool. So I'm just going to start reading out the questions and then I'll read off all the answers. You can also drop any additional questions that come up below and we'll go in. I'll answer them all. We got this. Okay. Question, how often excuse me, should or can someone do a maintenance, a cut, and a reverse diet? So I'm going to change that to a maintenance, a cut, and a surplus, okay? Which I'll explain for those who are maybe newer in just a sec. Is it several times a year? I hear it's good for metabolism, and I'm sure it depends on the individual's goals. But for me, I'm not doing a bikini competition. I just want to maintain healthy leanness and gain muscle in the right places. Awesome question. So let's first just break down what's a maintenance, what's a cut, what's maintenance, and what's a surplus. This is dependent for every individual, okay? There's a lot of variables, but the reason you want to be in a cut is to shed fat. You can still gain muscle in a cut. Once you get down to your goal, then you go up to maintenance. And that's what she means by reverse. You reverse diet up to maintenance. Then in the maintenance phase, you still shed fat, although it's slower, but you gain muscle faster, right? Because you're eating more food, okay? Then you can reverse into a surplus, which is you're eating more than your body needs. For my clients, I like to have them gain 1 pound per month. So you need to be mentally ready for that. But that's like, I'll explain that in just a second. But you gain muscle so much quicker, but you're going to feel more fluffy. You might feel a little more bloated. Your clothes might feel a little tighter. So it's really good to have the accountability and to have really that strategy into that slow surplus, okay? Because we want to do it right or it could go really poorly. Okay, so I would say it's totally dependent on the goals. Do you have an event coming up? Is it summer? Do you want to do it with the seasons, right? I would say for summer, and if you have an event, let's go into a cut. The rest of the year, let's teach your body how to be in maintenance, meaning you can eat more food, you still look great, you feel really good and have more energy, and you're still shaping your body. It's just slower changes because muscle mass takes time. So I would say for surplus, I do it for 4 months. For a cut, it depends on the person. It depends how far they are from their goal. If we're doing the cycles, I would say that maintenance is the good place to sit. The only time you should be doing the cut, I would say, is if it's in a year, maybe 1 or 2 times a year, or if you have an event. But otherwise, maintenance is an amazing place to sit, especially as you're learning the lifestyle, especially as times are freaking crazy right now. Let's just relax and enjoy the physique we're creating while still seeing slow changes in fat loss, slow changes in muscle gain, amazing body. Okay. Functional strength. I hope that all made sense. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Yeah, so I would say don't go to maintenance until you're at the physique that you want, unless you need a diet break. If you have been in a deficit for a full year, you definitely want to evaluate. Hopefully you've taken diet breaks in between, but it's you don't want to be in a deficit for your whole life because it will change to your maintenance, right? We need to teach your body how to handle more food so it can keep being a really efficient metabolism, a really strong, fast metabolism. So you can take in all this energy, you're lifting weights and it's pumping to your muscle mass instead of just low muscle mass and your body being able to handle less and less, right? Food gives us energy. So if you're feeling low energy, that may be partly why. It's there's so many variables, but it's let's reteach your metabolism that health, right? Cool. Okay. Let me know if you guys have questions on that. Great. All right. Next question. This is a great question. How do I know it's time to recalculate my macros? Very simple. What is your desired result, and are you achieving that result? That's it. The more with compliance. That is the main thing. And so if it's like, well, I don't know if I'm achieving the result. It's like, well, how do you know if your macros are correct if you're not sure what the end goal is, right? So get really great clarity on what am I looking for each week or each month or whatever it may be. And then am I progressing in that area? For my clients, we do measurements because the scale can be so inaccurate sometimes, especially with stress and our menstrual cycles. But measurements and photos and that type of thing help a lot. But also, how do your clothes fit? Is your stress down? Are you better managing? Are you sleeping more, right? Are you feeling better in your skin? Are you having better conversations with people? Like there's so many. Yeah, the scale is the devil, Christy. But yeah, there's so many factors. Okay, so just don't get fixed on the scale. That's how ish gets really bad. Okay, so let's just stay away from that. Okay, now the next question was veggie and fruit servings per day. I'm going to share it, but I'm going to share why because it's so vital. Stop denying it or stop like backburnering it. I'm telling you guys, it's so important. And if you're hitting it, yes, good. Drop below because I am very excited for you because it's amazing. So I like to recommend 500 grams of vegetables per day and 300 grams of fruit per day for most women. If you've had a gastric bypass or are on super, super low calories, that may change a bit, okay? But for the average woman, or what does that even mean? Like I would say for the mass of women, 500 grams of veg, 300 grams of fruit, lots of different sources, okay? Several reasons. A, fiber. Okay, hitting that number of fruits and veg usually gets you to that 25 grams of fiber per day that we should be aiming for every single day, all of us. Okay, fiber helps our digestion, helps us poop and just feel good and feel cleansed and just take care of our bodies, right? However, fiber also helps us feel full, and fruits and veggies, especially getting in that volume of fruits and veggies, volume wise, like in a bowl is a lot of food. So it's amazing because you are eating a ton of food. Your belly is nice and full and it feels so good, but the calories are low. The vitamins and nutrients and minerals are so high. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, lots of different ways to cook it. If you struggle with that, let me know. I feel you. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, then the carbs that you have left over are for play, guilt-free. Have your sweets or your comfort food or whatever you're like, oh, I don't want to give this up for a healthy lifestyle. It's like, why do you have to? Enjoy both, right? Balance. Okay. I was like thinking of the word that I was like, oh yeah, it's just balance. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I'm like, it's a balance. You're incorporating more healthy food and maybe less of that sweets or comfort or whatever it is that's bothering you right now. It is a balance, and it does take time to adjust and adapt because you're reteaching your mind, your taste buds, your habits to change and change. There's obviously resistance, but it's like, know deep why you want it. More confidence, feeling better in your skin, fit in your body, more energy, no physical limits to an extent. It's like keep those things as the focus, and the other things become much easier when you don't feel like it. And the more you do it, it's like it just becomes natural. It really does. It becomes your normal, but it takes time and it takes effort and diligence, definitely. Cool. Ah, great. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, next question. Also a great question I get all the time. How do you know when to increase your weights or what to do if you're struggling to increase weight? Okay, so I'll break this down into two. So how do you know when to increase weight? For my clients personally, I say if you can do 2 or more reps than what I prescribe with proper form, increase your weight, okay? So I've gotten feedback sometimes but then I can only get the first set of that and I can't do it for the next 2 sets if there's 3 sets. It's like, who cares? If you can do one full set, do that full set and then drop the weight and then pick up the lower one and then do your other 2 sets or whatever, right? Annotate it, and then next time try to get 2 sets or 1.5, right? What I like to do is, so let's say shoulder press, let's say I'm pushing 30s and I'm doing 12 reps. I'm like, man, I can only do 5. No, that weight is too heavy, because the goal should be to reach 12, very challenging with one weight. Now, if you have a trainer and your trainer says something different, listen to your trainer, okay? This is for my clients, and this is for people who want body recomposition and who want to be strong in the gym, like just a lifestyle athlete, if you will, right? So let's say I'm pushing 30 and I can get 10, but not 12. I'll definitely drop it for the next set. But what you could do is drop them. I just did 10 and I failed. I went to failure. I'm like, oh, I went to failure. I would drop them and I would pick up the 27.5 and I would pump out 2 more reps. Okay. And then annotate 30 for 10, 27.5 for 2, right? Next set, do 27.5, etc. Then the next time at the gym, I'm going to try to push that 30 for the full set, right? If you hit the full set, that's progress. That's strength gain. That's muscle gain. That is massive progress. So we got to celebrate those tiny things of like, I increased my weight. It's an amazing thing. Push yourself in the gym. It's too easy to be like, cool, I did all my reps. It's like, what are you talking about? You should be really pushing so hard. Like, I like to go to almost failure every set. If you're feeling down one day, like maybe mentally or maybe even like just not recovered, don't push it to the max. Listen to your body. Take it light that day. Maybe you take it really light that day. Listen to your body above all. But if it's laziness, come on, push through it. It's so great, and there'll be so many strength gains, okay? Now, a question I could see spinning off that is, how do I know if I have proper form? Film yourself. I showed my, oh, it's not there. I typed in Gym Buddy. It came up with something different, but there's like a little 2-piece magnet. One magnet attaches to a machine and one magnet attaches to your phone. It's a really discreet and great way to film without feeling kind of weird, but it's also great because your phone, you don't have to like going up and down to get your phone. It's like right there. It's on Amazon. I can't remember what it's called. If anyone's interested, I can post a picture of it. It's amazing. So you can check your form, right? I wouldn't say check in the mirror because then you're kind of moving all over the place. So that's a great way to check form. Okay. What to do if you're struggling to increase your weight? You need to prioritize it differently. So let's say it's shoulder press. Put it in the beginning of a workout instead of usually it's in the middle. That's one way. Put it in the beginning of the week, right? Where is it in your week? Where are you most recovered? Put it where you're most recovered. Another thing is use tons of variations. So if it's a shoulder press, barbell shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder press, kneeling, standing, sitting, single arm, move the plane of motion, right? Like you just really challenge your body in all these dynamic and different ways, for 4 weeks at a time is what I recommend, which I can explain if anyone's interested, for 4 weeks at a time, and then change it up instead of maybe your body's just tired of doing dumbbell shoulder press, right? So make sure you're really adding lots of variety. 4 weeks at a time, I'll say this. The first 2 weeks is like getting to know the new movement patterns and really learning the form without having to push max weight, right? Really get used to the movement patterns. Then week 3 and 4 is like, okay, I'm used to it. Let's get strong. And then you lift as heavy as you can and try to hit those PRs, right? Okay. Next question. I'm counting macros, or I'm trying to. I was just wondering, should your calories be equal in each meal, or does it matter as long as you reach them for the day? I would say a really great way to start is say, how many times do you want to eat that day, right? It could be 5. So whatever your macros are, divide them all by 5, and then have that as a meal goal. That's like surefire way. It's a great way to split your macros. If you're hungrier at other times of the day, maybe stack a little calories up a little bit, right? I I would say for most people, aim to eat 400 or less calories per sitting. I've seen actually quite often gals that are new to tracking macros, some of their meals are like 765. Unless you have been weightlifting for like probably 10 years or so, I would aim to stay away from that. Let's go to like 400 or less. Learn what that's like on your body. Choose higher volume foods, right? Lots of high volume foods so you feel really full, but it's just less calories. You'll probably feel so much better. It will be an adjustment, but it's worth it. Okay. Yeah, I was like, practice enjoying the smaller portions. Drink a lot of water before and while you eat. Always. Cool. Next question was tips for eating out. The easiest way I have found in terms of what's most realistic for everyone is look up, well, first, the restaurant and the item, if you can. If it's there, yes. If it's not, just look up whatever it is. So if it's like, let's say like a bacon cheeseburger with fries or something, look up just bacon cheeseburger with fries and then pick the most average calories. If there's like 2,000, 800, 1,500, 1,600, 1,200, 1,400. I would probably choose like the 1,500, right? Choose about the middle. Be mindful about what you're eating. Don't be crazy or don't go overboard. But that's, I think, the most realistic way. And yes, it's not exactly spot on, but I found that if you're putting true effort in to try to track what you're eating, you'll have great results. Like, it's no worries. It will be close enough, especially because, well, hopefully you wouldn't be eating out every day. You'll be fine. Excuse me. Gosh, you guys, my mouth is so dry right now. Sorry. Okay. Now, the last one was vacations. What do you do when you're on vacation? Someone's like, I don't want to be too strict. Someone was like, I'm going to bring my scale. I've heard that before. My recommendation and what I say to my clients is be mindful and enjoy it. Don't track, but be mindful, right? Practice taking care of your body. Practice leading by example for yourself and for everyone around you by caring for your body and really eating what's good for it and nourishes it, right? It's like, this just came to my mind. It's like, what if we really made the comfort food that nourished us, instead of the other food? Like, I just challenge you and encourage you to start viewing things that are challenging you from a different lens, because if we keep viewing from the same lens, we'll keep seeing the same thing, right? We'll keep going the same way. Focus on protein and veg always. Drink a lot of water always. I always recommend. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so Sarah, you said you've been wondering about how to track when you eat out. Yeah, I think that question was from you. Now, because you're on here, I want to just add, I will share tips for people who are like, I want to be more exact for whatever reason, which I totally applaud. And there are great tips. So 4 ounces of meat. Whatever you order, unless it specifies otherwise, I would say it's pretty safe to say it's 4 ounces of meat. Okay. So always focus on protein and veg. So yummy salads with toppings and like add salmon or chicken breast is awesome. Dip your fork in the dressing and have like the vegetables. And oftentimes there's, beets or walnuts or stuff on there. It's so good. Like, really learn to enjoy those foods. It's like maybe if you struggle with getting like seafood fettuccine or whatever, it's like practice going to those other foods. And then let's see. So, man, I guess that's the only thing I would say. It really depends on the dish. The meat is pretty sure for everything, but in terms of carbohydrate, it would really depend on the dish. So, but anyway, I hope that helps. Another thing is, just as a tip, get all the condiments on the side. If there's condiments in anything, get it on the side. It can save hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calories. Seriously. Focus on leaner meats, not pork or bacon or stuff like that. Like, really focus on those leaner meats. Just practice it as this is who I am and I enjoy it. That's it. Seriously, it takes time, but the more you think like that, even if you don't feel that, when you think like that, the more you'll be like, okay, I get it. Oh man, I do feel really good. Oh, okay, this actually is really nice. Oh, wow. Cool. We're here. We're on the other side, or the next level or whatever. Okay, great. All right, ladies, thank you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Again, let me know any questions. And you guys are amazing. Keep after your fitness. Where are you guys at in your level of fitness? Are you like, I love my body, I'm just getting strong? Or are you like, I'm really trying to shed fat, I don't feel that comfortable in my skin? Or are you like, I'm really lean and I need more shape? Let me know where you're at. Yeah, fat loss. That's where I figure a lot of people are at, is like, I want fat loss and I want to shape my body through weightlifting while also getting strong. Is that you? Cool. Okay, ladies, I'll come back on and check all these comments. I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.